is so great to have you with us. Topping news, millions of dollars invested in the expansion of the airport on South Bimini. Tonight, top resort officials are sharing great optimism. They believe it will help to spur growth in the Bimini tourism product and create opportunities for locals on that northern island. The airport expansion in Bimini spells an increase in visitor arrivals, economic growth, and lots of spin-off opportunities. But perhaps the best news of all for Biminites is the fact that night flights will arrive to the island for the first time in history. And leaders in the hotel industry here say they're excited for what is to come. This initiative is part of Resorts World's Bimini $150 million investment in the Twin Islands. And President Dino Leibovitz of Resorts World Bimini says their property remains deeply involved with this project and is working with the government to complete the different phases of the airport expansion.
We're looking at doing landscaping, the terminal improvements, just overall improved experience for guests and visitors, tourists coming to the island. We think it would really put a good step forward for the island of Bimini when people land in Bimini.
Other local hotel properties will reap the benefits of the airport expansion program. General Manager at Bimini Big Game Club, Michael Weber, is welcoming the expansion.
I think it's fantastic. I mean, you know, I knew in the past people would always say, oh, you have to be in before 5 o'clock because if it gets dark, you know, the planes can't land. So the airport expansion and the different types of planes that can land is going to be fantastic for the island. And the availability for planes to land in the evening is going to be fantastic, too. So I think for the island it's going to be a huge benefit, more than most can even beyond belief, you know.
Reports indicate that these upgrades make Bimini the third airfield in the Bahamas capable of accommodating 24-hour flights. Frank Coney Jr. of Bimini Sands is also expressing his sentiments on the ongoing program.
If you look at the final project of being an 8,000-foot runway, and you're able to land a JetBlue or a Spirit or anything that carries larger jets, a larger jet, with 150 to 200 people on it, that is expanding our economy threefold easily. Right now, the largest planes that come in here hold 28 people. So at 28 people, if we have to put 4,000 people on the island in order for everybody to do well and prosper, you can imagine how many flights that is. It's just not going to happen. The boat statistics are staggering to see how many people come in from the ocean on their own personal boats as opposed to any other method of getting here.
Well, Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, expressing concern about the recent murder of British visitor Edgar George Dart. The 54-year-old man who lived in Canada was killed earlier this month during a parent's home invasion at his mother's house in an upscale community over the bridge. His death continues to grab headlines in the international media. Minister Mitchell, in an interview with ZNS News, outlined his ministry's role in dealing with this issue.
All of our societies throughout the Caribbean and in this country, we're struggling with this issue of crime, and what do we do to resolve it? The Ministry of Foreign Affairs will, insofar as this matter is concerned, whatever it's called upon to do, will do, and that is to help facilitate in any way any of the requests or requirements of the home government or governments, as the case might be, of the individuals who were the individual who was killed, and of course his family. And that's our role. And to the extent that there are any questions which are raised abroad about the safety in the country, to seek to allay fears about that, and to also say that, to reaffirm the fact that the matter is being investigated, and we are hoping that the police, working assiduously, will find those who are responsible and bring them to justice as quickly as possible.
Now, police say investigations into this apparent murder continue. The suspects escaped with jewelry and other valuables. And a search is underway for a man who reportedly went missing from the Bahamas Celebration cruise ship during a voyage from Bahamas to Florida. A U.S. Coast Guard spokeswoman confirmed that the passenger apparently went overboard about 27 miles east of Florida's Delray Beach after the vessel left Grand Bahama. He was reported missing from the ship Bahama Celebrations at about 2 a.m. on Sunday morning. An investigation is ongoing, and the Bahama Celebration is a 6-deck, 1,200-passenger ship which offers 2-night cruises to the Bahamas from Florida. The Royal Bahamas Police Force is coming under fire tonight as an irate mother is allegedly calling police brutality. The victim, her teenage son. Sabrina Brown has details.
Jacqueline Cooper has a straw booth at Club Fortuna Beach, and on Sunday, she took her 15-year-old son to work with her. She says during the afternoon, police officers came and took him away.
I saw the police down the beach talking to a couple, several guys. Also, I saw my son. I saw my son, the police tell him, let's go. When I see his hand in the back, putting handcuff.
This irate mother says the officers never told her son he was under arrest, and she didn't intervene for fear of being arrested. She says a short time later, she got a call from her son, who was distraught.
I hear him call on my phone that say the police them took him to in the back of Chicken Farm Road and handcuff and beat him up, and he hand swell up and crying. I said, well, where are you? He said he walking from Chicken Farm Road to go to this police station.
Jacqueline says she's troubled that law enforcement officers could take a minor into custody and not contact his parents.
He's only 15 years old. I didn't mind if he was a big guy or a grown man. You understand? But that's a little child. They're supposed to come to me with my concern. You understand? They didn't even come to me. They just take him and care him.
Jacqueline says they reported the incident to the Port Lucaya police station on Sunday, but they were directed to the Central Police Station, where she lodged an official complaint on Tuesday. Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
Now, we contacted officer in charge of Grand Bahama, ASP Emrick Seymour, who confirmed that a complaint was filed at the complaints unit in connection with this matter. The local police chief says the matter will be thoroughly investigated. Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues right after this.